ladies and gentlemen, Lil Jesse.
Yo.
What's up, man?
What's going on, dude?
Any new face tattoos or anything?
No.
I figured we'd open up this podcast the same way as we did the last one.
If I showed up with like a whole other new face, I had like 50 more. I was like, what up?
Hey,
nah.
you can do that nowadays?
Yeah,
That's
I
the thing.
can.
You see that person with the face transplant?
No.
That's the thing, dude.
Truthfully,
Somebody got a face transplant.
Truthfully, I was going to get another one, a big one right here to cover up two that I have right here.
What are you going to get? Are you going to get like the full like Mike Tyson thing?
No. I was just going to get something to cover up the ones I already got because I don't like them.
What are you going to get to cover it up, though?
I have one right here that's like a snowflake and like a sun.
Yeah.
Kind of like hot and cold.
But like, what's going to be the thing that's covering it up?
I really don't know. Maybe like a flower.
Do you like? do you? Well, that's cool, man. I dig it. Do you like plan out your tattoos before you go in to get them, or you just set
Most
up an
of the time,
appointment?
no.
Really?
I'm just like, dude, I want to get a tattoo today, and then I end up going and getting one. I've planned out probably out of all the tattoos I got, I swear, bro, I've probably planned out 10.
Wow. How many do you have in total?
Probably more than 100. So.
Are you serious? Like you've just lost count at this point?
Both my arms, my stomach, my back, everything.
Whoa, man.
But yeah.
When did you like kind of lose count of all of them?
When I was about 17, which is about a year in.
Whoa, dude.
First one, I was 16. It was on my shoulder. It was like a stupid crown or something. Then it turned into like a flaming crown, and then like a skull. I don't know what it's turned into. I don't even look at it. I don't know.
Everybody gets their first tattoo. Well, guys especially. Either on
on the shoulder,
right up here, right on the shoulder. I got my first one was right here on
the right shoulder.
Yeah, I was 15, I think it was. Way too young.
We started off last interview with tattoos. That's funny.
Yeah, man.
Straight to it.
Well, I've been wanting some so bad, man, but it's just hard to get booked nowadays with all this going on, and just hard to get the cash too.
Well, look, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start this off like this. I brought this. And look,
oh, dude, I didn't want to say anything, but I was so excited.
You seen the bag?
Look, I was so excited. I was hoping.
This is the merch for the album coming out February 17th.
Look at PinkLuv, dude. Who made that? That is one of the dopest. Oh, I didn't see the back. I didn't know it had a back.
Yeah, it says Lil Jesse 2021 and Forever My Werewolf.
That's dope, man. Where'd you?
And this is for you, free of charge.
Man,
it's a medium. You might be able to fit it, but
yeah, man.
Free of charge.
Dude, that is dope.
Yeah.
Who made this PinkLuv logo?
Me. That's my handwriting.
For real?
Yeah, I spray painted in the Loose Screws music video. I spray painted it. In the background, it says PinkLuv. I photoshopped it on, took it off of that and photoshopped it onto a printer. Me and shout out Jason Bentley. If you ever want somebody to help you with clothes and stuff, that's got to go to Jason Bentley.
Jason Bentley.
In this area.
Oh yeah, I got him added on Facebook.
That's the one that talked to you in the interview. He was talking. He was like low key. Y'all was having like a little. Here's a bag. Y'all was low key having a little like discussion about music or something. But yeah, him. He's a good dude. Jason Bentley. Hit up Jason Bentley.
Hey man, he done.
He's
an incredible
me and him
job.
like. What happens is he is the what's the word for it? He's the one that I came up with all the fonts and all that, but the back part where it says Lil Jesse, him and my dad actually made that. Like the design for the Lil Jesse 2021, him and my dad made it. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. Man.
And the Forever My Werewolf was also my handwriting. It all goes together.
Yeah, I remember when you spray painted that in the Loose Screws music video.
That's what
I recognized that.
I showed it for like a second, but if y'all want any, you gotta contact me, or you can contact Jason Bentley, and we'll get them made.
And you're like hand delivering these.
I've hand delivered
right?
a lot.
That's cool,
dude.
Though, man.
I've took out personally 2 people, a lot.
Wow, that's wild. And man, I want one of the beanies. I'm gonna get one of those off of you next time because it's such a dope design. And the album, it's coming up, right? I know you got Wishlist coming up on the 17th.
That's the same day as the album.
Same day as the album. Okay.
Like the album drops February 17th at midnight, and then I got a music video dropping with it at the same time, and then I got 2 other new songs with it. So it's 3 new songs, but one of them's a bonus track. It's like a weird song. It's just something I've had forever.
Cool,
But
man.
that's why I put it as a bonus track, because I just wanted it to be out.
Yeah.
But, what was I going to say? Oh, the reason that the back of the people's asked me this a lot. The reason that the back of the hoodies say like they got that "Forever My Werewolf," it means something for me. Like I've told you before about this.
Yeah.
But once this album drops, I'm going back to Rhode Island. I think within the next month or less, and I'm finishing the deluxe version, which is like 5 new songs.
Oh.
So it's gonna be PinkLuv, the first album, which is my debut album, and then after that, I'm gonna drop it's gonna say "Forever My Werewolf" / PinkLuv Deluxe. So it's gonna be the same album, but with 5 new songs that is gonna be good. Like I'm gonna have
dope, man.
newer ones.
Are you going back to Rhode Island because that's where you recorded the rest of the album?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, not all the album was recorded there, but Loose Screws and all that. And my best music was recorded up there with Nate Achilles, and I trust him to help me. Like I said before, he knows my sound, and we're gonna work. We're gonna get things done.
That's a long trip though, man. How long does it take you to get up there?
I can't remember how long it took to drive. Well, I drove last time. I think it was.
I've never wanted to go to Rhode
I can't remember.
Island.
I don't know. I drove. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I've never wanted to go to Rhode Island. Like, there's a lot of places in the United States that I'd love to visit, but just not.
Rhode Island's great.
What's in Rhode Island? I know nothing about Rhode Island.
Honestly, they got a great mall. They got a nice little beach part. They got they just good people.
I would go to Rhode Island before I went to like Vermont or Nebraska. I'll put Rhode Island before those. What's in Nebraska?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Absolutely nothing. I went there with my papa. There was nothing.
I'm excited though, man. So PinkLuv, what's the meaning behind the name of the album?
Yes, man. Last time, and I tried to explain it the best I could, but I think I've came up with a better explanation. That literally PinkLuv, and I spelled L-U-V just because that's how I want it to be spelled.
It's cool.
It means
hip.
What it means is that, like, I ain't even just wanting it to be an album. Yeah, it's first. It's gonna be my first ever album. Yes, but I want to turn it into a full-on clothing brand, because I have people that's like, just likes it for that. They ain't even heard my music, and they're like, I like that.
Yeah, it's a dope design, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, it stands out.
And even if like I want it to be a clothing brand. I want to have like when I do this show that I'm supposed to have coming up soon. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm gonna have merch at the door, like T-shirts and stuff like that. But what it means is, like, basically, when you see the color pink, you think of a girl.
Yeah.
And most of the time, a guy and a girl, you love a girl. That's how it's supposed to be, I guess. But anybody do whatever they want, but
yeah,
to me that's what it means. When I see the color pink, I think of a female. And pink is one of my favorite colors, so I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, it's just basically PinkLuv is a girl. To me, this album is just a girl.
Yeah. Is like a certain girl that? Or
No. This for real. Like the album title is just about. It's like for everybody to just to look at and go towards, like, a girl. You could relate to yourself. You're a girl that you love, or somebody you're with. PinkLuv. Girls. Look, man. When you see pink, you think of a girl. Pink nails, pink clothes, pink shirt. Victoria's Secret.
Yeah. Well, also I would say, like, I'm not trying to make like assumptions or anything, but just a guesstimate. I would say like a majority of your fan base is probably women as well. Am I right?
Yeah. And look, man. All my songs, people, I ain't never gonna hide nothing. It's all comes from true, like, heartache, and like that's why I like some of the songs are saying certain things. It's about a certain person. It is. Well, and that's what it is.
Well, that's what I like about your music, man, is that it's modern. It has that modern feel to it. We play it on the radio all the time. But you don't hear a lot of...
Which I appreciate, thank you.
But you don't hear a lot of, like, modern music that sounds like a hit, but is also very personal as well.
Every song that I've put out recently is extremely personal.
Dude, don't leave.
Deep.
Don't leave was deep.
That song is about a child that I lost in 2017, and it's about my grandmother that I lost in which is the way these songs go together is like this. Look, that Don't Leave song, I dropped it on December 27th, and that made 3 years that I lost a child with somebody.
Yeah.
And then that was like the past date or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then the album is dropping February 17th, which makes 3 years I've lost my grandmother.
Mm.
So it all goes together. Like it.
Well,
I got choked up right there because I don't know.
It's all good, man. It's all good. And
it's real. It ain't like I have the dates all go together with the song. Like I dropped that song, that Don't Leave song. I dropped it on the date of 3 years, and it felt right. You know what I mean? It just fell into place. Like this album's falling into place too. I don't know.
See, I think that, I don't know exactly what's up there, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, but whatever that is, I think that it does give you signs and lets you know whenever you're on the right path or what's wrong or what's right. Whether you want to call it your conscience or whatever you want to call it, if you listen to that little voice inside your head long enough, you'll find out it's right about a lot of stuff. Now, some people have a voice inside their head and tells them to do some really bad things.
Your gut, your intuition. If something's eating at you and you know it's true, you can't. No matter how hard you want to like say no to something, it's true. Like
exactly.
You know what I mean? You want to walk away from something. I've wanted to walk away from stuff. Oh my God, there's just a lot of things I've been dealing with that I would love. I've wanted to walk away from so bad, but I can't because my gut won't let me. I just got to figure things out.
Yeah.
It's very personal, but I got to figure stuff out in my life first.
What made you want to get so personal with your music? See, that's one thing that I've always thought was so brave whenever it comes to an entertainer.
I'll tell you the truth, because I don't want to be a liar anymore.
Okay.
There was at one point I was talking like, talking about women, this, girls, this, da-da-da-da, cuss word. Like, yeah, it's cool, I cuss. Like this album, these songs, some of them got cuss words. The new music video cusses.
Yeah.
It's fine. But after this album, the deluxe ain't going to have a single cuss word. I'm going to make sure that all my new songs that is coming after this, I'm gonna do my best to have zero cuss words, zero vulgar. I'm trying to.
Are you doing that because of you though, or are you doing it because of like
kids? I'm doing it because of kids. Because there's a lot of kids that look up to me, man. No, I'm not saying like a lot, but I'm saying like there's certain kids that's came up to me, young people, like 12 or something, and that's the truth. That's been like your song, man, and I get it that they sing along, but like to me, it's like you're gonna sing me, like it's gonna be like I probably run into their parents or something.
Yeah.
And I have. And they're like, some of them's like, yeah, you cuss too much in this song. No, that's fine, I understand. But in my eyes, I kind of want it to be on the radio. I don't want to have to go and censor stuff. How about I just don't cuss that much?
Yeah, but also do whatever's true to you, man.
That's what's true.
Yeah, and if that's what feels right, then
this is really me. Like I'm not gonna pretend no more. Like I'm not gonna act as if this ain't what I am. Yeah, I am who I am. Open, and I've been in a lot of dumb stuff, done a lot of dumb things, dumb fights and this and that, acted stupid before. But I'm just a lover, man. I want to talk about love, because that's what happens. That's what's going on with me. I'm a what's the word for it?
Love struck? I mean, what's going on
No,
here?
I'm a hothead, and I used to always blame other people for my problems.
Yeah.
I used to always point at everybody, it was you. Why am I sad? Because of you. Now I've learned that it's all me.
Yeah.
Completely.
It's easy to be that person that blames everybody.
It's easy to blame people. It's easy to say that they're wrong, you're right. It's easy. Yeah. It's hard. You know how hard it is to accept that you're wrong or to accept that you've done something wrong to somebody?
Exactly.
And I hate that there's things I've done, but nothing crazy, but like, you know what I mean? Arguments and stuff. Like,
yeah, and man, like me and you both, we're still young, we're still growing.
We got time, bro.
Exactly, man. We were talking about Bruce Springsteen before we hopped on air here. You could have a career like that, dude. How old is Bruce Springsteen? Let's guess. I haven't looked it up yet, but let's guess.
71.
I'm not looking at it. You said 71? That's a good one. Ooh, that's good.
71, and he's a stud right now.
Bruce
Springsteen, to my brother, everybody up that way. They're obsessed with Bruce Springsteen.
I'm going to say, dang, man, 71 was good. I'm going to say 73.
71.
71? September 23rd, 1949.
I ain't even looked
Good
at
for
that
you,
neither.
man.
I swear I didn't look it
Dang.
up. I think it's because my brother was talking about it the other day, and he showed me a picture. He said he's Papa's age. Our Papa's like 73.
Yeah.
I just guess.
That's crazy, though, man. I mean, well, the guy works out all the time, and there's a reason they call him the boss.
Yeah.
My old Bruce.
I just played ball the other day up at the Sportsplex, and my body's still hurting. I played like 10 games straight,
God.
full court. I was killed. I'm starting to just now recover, but I'm supposed to go back. I've been trying to work out and stay healthy and exercise and drink lots of water and
It's good, man.
keep my body moving. Do you ever go and do anything like that?
Oh, yeah. Well, I go for runs and stuff like that, and I lift a little bit of weights here and there, but I'm lazy, man. It's hard to get time to do anything. And, like, just where it's so cold, man, a lot of my workout stuff is outside, and I like to do a lot of outside stuff, but with it being so cold, I don't really get a chance to do much. I was never a sports person growing up, though. I was a skateboarder. I was a skateboarder.
That's what I am.
Punk
That's
kid.
what I was. I played basketball and stuff, but every time I'd go and play basketball practice when I went to Allen Central, I'd go there and for practice, and then after practice or before practice, I'd be skateboarding. I swear, I loved it. I would skate all through. I would skateboard everywhere. Anybody knows me that's grown up with me knows I've skated.
Okay, now here's something that I know a little bit about now that we can talk about. So, who's your favorite skateboarder of all time? Not like the greatest, just who's
My
your
favorite, my personal favorite.
Yeah.
Nigel Houston and Ryan Sheckler.
Why? Why those two?
But
What do you base it on? Like what do you like in a skater? Do you like vert, street?
I love Nigel Houston, the roughness. He don't care to bust his face down a 12 set with the rail, bust his head. And
I still think I think he still holds the world record for like the youngest skateboarder to win a gold medal.
And he wins most of the street leagues anyways.
Yeah.
But I ain't even doing that because he's one of the best. I just personally like watching him skate.
Yeah.
And
My first ever pro board was an Element Nigel Huston. How do you say his last name?
Houston. Nigel Houston. And Ryan Sheckler, because remember that show, Life of Ryan?
Yeah.
I can't help it, dude. When I was a kid, I watched it.
It was a great show.
And I liked it. So
I liked Robin Big more. Man, I was watching
Of course. And Robin Big was way better than anything.
Yeah, I still liked, man, what was that one drop that Ryan made that one time? Wasn't it like a 40-foot drop?
Talking about when he kick flipped over like a fence?
Yes.
He had a backwards hat on. He kick flipped over a fence, and it was like in a parking lot. It was insane.
Dude, that should have broke his ankles.
I could find it right now. I
That
know what
was
it is.
crazy. Now, what was really crazy, man, I used to watch the X Games all the time growing up.
Anyway.
Jake Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? Man, for the people that don't know about this, Google this and look it up. I'll never forget this. I was like 12 or 13. Me and my mom were watching the X Games. And Jake Brown, it's the mega ramp. And he makes the jump, and he does I think it was like the first ever 720 on a mega ramp or something like that.
More than that, but it's probably what it is.
Well, this is back in 2008 or 9. So they probably got up to 180 by now. But he done like the first 720 or something, 900, something like that. And it was a big deal. Everyone went crazy. And then he goes up the other side. For the people that don't know what a mega ramp is, you do this big jump, and then you go up a half pipe, straight up in the air, and then you come back down.
You have to clear a whole. I'm pretty sure on the mega ramp they used to have it where the. No, never mind. That was at Danny White's house.
Well, no, the mega ramp is still the same way. You still have to clear.
Yeah, you.
I don't know how
have
many
to clear
feet it is.
Yo, yeah, there's an open you can mess up and fall.
Yeah,
It ain't just a ramp connected. You have to actually clear open space. Yeah.
But whenever so Jake Brown does the first ever 720, and the place goes crazy. I went crazy. I was like, oh my god, that was nuts. And then he goes up the other side on the half pipe. I don't know how many feet in the air
And he hit
this guy was.
He hit that top part.
No, he just lost his footing, man, and came straight down.
Yeah.
He hit right on his side. Hit so hard it knocked his shoes off.
Yep.
Like his shoes went
God,
flying.
I remember it now.
And me and my mom, it's like the world stopped. She said that we just watched somebody die on live TV. We thought that he was dead.
He didn't.
Dude, he got up and walked away.
He walked off.
What? It's like 60-foot drop, man. That should have killed him.
Yeah, but he chilled out for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Then he got up. They helped him. Then he walked off.
I could have been sure, though, that we just watched somebody die
The
on
best
live
vert
TV.
skater ever is Danny White, probably. But he's done insane stuff.
You don't want to give that to Tony Hawk?
Probably.
Because
But
him
still,
and Danny.
who's the most athletic out of them two? Danny Way. He's in better shape. He's just
Well, Danny's probably younger too. How old is Danny? Because Tony Hawk, he just posted a clip the other day. I think he done like a 900 or something like that
he's
on
still
that half
getting
pipe.
It's probably Tony Hawk. It's probby Tony Hawk. But one of my favorite used to be was Bam Margera, just because of the show he was on, Viva La Bam and all that.
One of my favorite skaters of all time is Rodney Mullins. That dude, Jesus Christ, he could do things on a skateboard that I didn't think was possible. Like, man's crazy. If anybody wants to see a wild skater, Rodney Mullins. That dude, he didn't even have to like skate anywhere. He could just stand still and do all these crazy tricks with the board. Day One song was good too, man. I used to
I'm
have
a skater. Dude. I promise I was so heavy into it. Bad.
What was their skater brand? Almost, was that?
Almost, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Rodney and Day One were both on Almost. And whenever I was like 9 years old, I watched an Almost tape I got from like Journeys or something at the mall. And Day One song and Rodney Mullins is what got me into skateboarding. Those Day One's still good to this day.
Dude, I remember seeing them do this crazy stuff. You ever watch The Barracks?
I don't know.
With they do game of skates and stuff. Like all the pro skaters play skate.
I haven't seen that. I played skate, but
it was on Robin Big. They went to the Barracks before.
Is that
Steve Barra?
Wait, is that like where they dress up like thing?
You should know, man. If you skated, you should know about the game of. They play skate. They used to have like.
I thought you were talking about the video game skate.
No, real life.
I know
They would play skate. The Barracks.
Yeah,
I think it's L.A. or something.
I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the video game.
They'd have all these skaters go against each other, and then they'd have a championship game of skate.
Man, I haven't skateboarded in a while, man, but I miss it so much. That's when I was in the best shape of my life.
Can you kickflip or ollie or anything?
I could kickflip. Well, try to remember like how far I got. I got to where I could kickflip really good.
Oh, I'm gonna show you something.
I think I done like a reverse kickflip one time, maybe. But yeah, like kickflip is really as far as I got. I had friends though. Yeah. I had friends that I could do like impossibles and everything though.
The song's playing with it, but you can watch it.
We'll put this up for people too.
That's a TikTok, bro, man.
Dang, man.
One of my fall.
Santa Cruz board.
I bought that in Rhode Island, that skateboard, just a couple months ago.
That's dope, dude. That's good, man. Yeah. Man, I'm surprised you got away with that. One time I was skating in downtown Pikeville. Well, it was weird, man. Maybe it was just a bad cop or something like that. There's good cops and bad cops, all right, first and foremost. Because one time I was ollieing the stairs right there in front of the courthouse. And I would go out into traffic a little bit, but I'd make sure no cars were coming. And this cop comes over there and talks to us, and like he's asking, apparently some people had been breaking into cars at the time. And we said, no, this is our first time skating here. Like, and it was. We didn't know anything about it. And we also asked him, is it cool for us to skate here? And he said, yeah, it is.
A cop
so I was like, cool.
Said to skate at the courthouse.
Yeah.
We'll
ride out like on the other side of the courthouse where the bank is there in downtown. And said it was cool. I'm like, all right. And then like a few days later, I'm just cruising on. I have a little penny board. And I was cruising on it. And man, these cops stopped me and about... It was bad, and but apparently you can only skate from like the park back to McDonald's.
Yeah, I've watched them take around there in Prestonsburg. Take a couple of my friends' skateboards back in the day. Take them just because of skating. Man, it's crazy. They can
sure try to take my board. That's buddy. Oh, yeah. It's fun getting kicked out of places though. That's why I love the whole story about Robin Big. Mm-hmm. Like for the people that don't know that remember that show. Because of security.
Big Black passed away. Christopher Big Black Boykin.
Yeah, man. I love that dude.
I ain't smiling that he passed. I'm smiling because he was so funny. I loved everything about it. He was just hilarious. Big old fella.
And he had such a cool story, too. Like, he was security for Rob because Rob would bring Big Black as security for the security
away, yeah.
Yeah. And it was
Robin
so cool,
Big, man. It was awesome. But my favorite shows back in the day, Robin Big, Viva La Bam. Remember Bam's on Holy Union?
Dang, that's a throwback,
yeah,
dude.
when he was getting married or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if I can say the other one. You know which one Bam was on?
Jackass?
Yeah, Jackass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And then let's see, Wild Boys.
Wild Boys, man, was underrated.
Yes,
Really
insane.
underrated. They got crazier than Jackass did sometimes.
I think they've done a lot more dangerous stuff. And
ain't that the one where like Steve-O put the hook through his cheek? And
no, that was on the Jackass. That was on.
Okay. Well, no, Wild Boys was the one where they went to Africa, and what did they do with the lines? I think like Steve-O like hung in a tree or something like that, and had some like meat hanging out of his butt crack, and
they bit it off of him.
Yeah, man.
That's craziness. My favorite person off of Jackass is Bam or Johnny Knoxville. Johnny Knoxville is the toughest guy I've ever seen ever.
Yeah.
Beat to death, dude.
Have you ever like just read a list of his injuries and stuff
He
that
broke
he's gotten
his
over the years?
urethra.
Yeah, and
Urethra, however you say it. I know what it is. But.
Yeah, it don't, and it don't work anymore. For the people that know what a urethra goes to, yeah, that don't work anymore. That man has literally gave all to
His
that.
whole, and he still made those movies. Was it Bad Grandpa?
Yeah, and there was that other one too that I never got a chance to see, but about the amusement park.
Yeah, he done all his own stunts too on every bit of that.
I don't see how you remember. Like, did you watch like the old school Jackass? Like
Yeah,
you
when they
remember when
good goldfish in the bowl?
Yeah,
Did
that was
one.
funny. You remember the Butterbean one?
Yeah, they fought in there, and he hit him. He knocked Johnny Knoxville out when he hit him, and he busted his head off the back of the concrete.
Dude, Butterbean.
That's funny, dude.
That man
I like
was.
his chair. Look.
If you want to see something crazy, man, and people can look this up too. You don't hear them talk about it, but I used to be a big WWE fan, and this is back when it was WWF. But they had this thing, I guess, when UFC was getting really popular at the time. They had fighters fight for to be the like the main event at WrestleMania, but it was all boxing. The wrestlers turned into boxers. Had no boxing background whatsoever, but Vince or somebody there in WWE made them all become boxers. And at the main event, this guy finally wins it. And at the main event, he has to face Butterbean. This dude that has no boxing background whatsoever has to face freaking Butterbean.
Butterbean was always a heavy-set, out-of-shape guy, but he would bust your face, man.
Oh, they called him what was his nickname? 4 count, 4 something. But yeah, like most people didn't last over 4 minutes. And Butterbean hit this dude so hard, it's hard to watch, man. It really is. You can see the guy's soul go out and in back to his body. So if people get a chance,
what's it called?
Look that up. It's just type in WWF WrestleMania.
I'm gonna save it on here right now. I'm literally gonna type it in just to watch it later.
But
WWF.
I wonder if there's ever going to be another show
It says
like that.
WWF Butterbean versus Bart Gunn.
Bart Gunn.
Oh my God, I know this. I've seen this.
Ended the guy's career. You never hear anything about Bart Gunn anymore.
I'll watch
This
it later.
ended his career.
I'll watch it later.
It is so brutal. Like, it's so brutal to the point where it's not even funny. You know, you're just thinking like, oh my God, that guy's dead.
I apologize. I keep stretching and yawning because it's early. I'm
Yeah.
trying to wake up. Y'all ain't got no coffee here, do you?
Nah, man. I'm sorry. Well, it's all drunk by now. Buddy, we get in here early. That coffee's gone by
How long you
8
been
o'clock.
here?
Since about, I got here a little bit late this morning. But we usually get in about 6:30.
God.
Yeah. Hey, radio starts early, man. I wonder if there's ever going to be another show, though, like Jackass or Viva La Bam or anything
They
like that.
got a Jackass, another one coming.
Yeah, but it ain't going to be the same.
No,
without
but I
Ryan.
just want to see it anyway just because they're older and they don't care. Them dudes don't care.
I want, like...
And it's called We Aren't Done Yet because Ryan Dunn. We ain't
I haven't
done
heard
yet.
that. That's
Yeah.
cool, man.
It's called We Ain't Done Yet.
Apparently,
Like
Johnny
daughter.
Knoxville and Steve-O have already been sent to the hospital during the filming.
Bam had a video of him in the hospital, and he was like, "They're all here." What is this?
It's a snowball mic.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, we had somebody lean something against it during a podcast a few weeks ago and just haven't moved it.
Dude.
Hey, whenever I started recording, man, like I used to get these little mics that you could get at Walmart. Looked like a really long pen.
I forgot to put these on.
And you ain't got to, man. As long as you can hear me, you're good.
I'm playing.
But people, whenever it comes to like doing music and all that, nowadays you don't need that much.
No.
All he needs a little, for the people that can't see it, little blue, any type of USB microphone. Get you some recording software. Go at it.
Yeah.
I used to record on, there was a program called Audacity back in the day. I don't know if that's still a thing.
It is.
Man, that was horrible.
I know this is random, but I'm calling out Butterbean right now.
Bro, you...
Dude, that would be so funny. I'd box Butterbean, and he would bust my face, but I'd box him. It'd just be hilarious. One punch, yes.
One punch.
Easily. I'd do it, though, just because it'd be funny. I'd have to video it.
Who do you think? Okay, well, since we were doing the debates earlier, Butterbean or Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson.
You'd think.
No, absolutely 100,000% Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I know everybody watched that thing with him and,
Roy got
but
lit
that was kind of as an exhibition.
up.
He could have killed Roy if he wanted to.
Yeah, and I felt sorry for Roy too, man. Like, did you see like after the fight when they were like talking?
God,
Mike was just cool, just calm, and Roy looked like he was about to die. Yeah. and even Mike was like, "Oh, you took those punches though. I'm proud of you." It's so weird to see like Mike.
Well, it's because he would
so
kill
nice.
him, man. He could kill him.
But back in the day though, man, Mike, he was biting people's ears off. Like he was
vicious. He was an animal.
Yeah. But now, like, he was like, "Hey, you took them punches, though. Good for you, man. I'm proud of you. Good fight." It's just so weird to see Mike Tyson as this nice, high dude now. Yeah. He got to smoking and chilled out.
He's got his own marijuana brand. He's got his own thing going on.
And see, but whenever he started that, though, he wasn't supposed to go back into fighting anymore. And he said that he was done with it. But whenever he finally said that he was going to get back into it, though, like one of the quotes that he said was like, "The gods of war have awoken my ego and told me to fight once again." Yeah. Like, imagine being Roy Jones Jr. And the dude that you're facing, Mike Tyson, says that the gods of war has awoken his ego. He was hypnotized whenever he was younger and told by his trainer at the time, I forget his name, that he's the baddest guy on the planet.
He's a different animal.
Yeah. Well, he was literally programmed by this guy to be a vicious animal once he steps in that ring. He said that nothing else matters but the objective, and the objective is to win. Don't focus on anything else but the objective. And that's why whenever you will see Mike stare down his opponent before a boxing match, it's terrifying.
He don't even like.
He don't blink.
No, you go watch his older ones. He's like, the eye of the tiger. He's ready to go.
Yeah, it's just
he knows what he's about to do. He's there for one thing and one thing only: to hurry up and win.
Yes.
Get it over with. And sometimes you got to be vicious to get after what you're going after. Yeah. You know, sometimes you got to be vicious to get after what you're going after. But look, before I lose the thought, I just got it back. You ever do that? You get a thought and then you lose it, and then it comes right back.
All the time,
I just did it. So here we go. My brother had a good argument. Not even a good argument. He made a good point. He said, me and him was sitting in my car the other night. We was just listening to music and stuff. He was a little drunk. But anyway, we was just sitting there like watching interviews of people talking about how they met Kanye West. And it was just always like unique stuff. Yeah. Like Seth Rogen said the first time he met him was in a hotel room. And the Kanye was like, "Come out here, I got a van out front." And they went out front in the van. He rapped him the whole album just over beats. Seth Rogen was like, "I was sitting there with my wife, and I was just like, didn't know what to do." He was like, he was just looking dead in my eyes. Kanye West in your face rapping. You're like, okay. Yeah. Well, and then Jamie Foxx told a story, too, about the Gold Digger song. Mm-hmm. How...
yeah, it's like Kanye's least favorite song, right?
I know, but that was the one that got him. Yeah. And Jamie Foxx had a funny story, and then Dave Chappelle, which is my favorite comedian on earth ever. I still watch his specials.
Hey, same here, dude. Same here, dude.
I watch his specials on Netflix. Goat. You've watched them all? I've watched every one of them.
Dude, I've seen him twice. My first ever stand-up show that I seen live was Dave Chappelle.
You seen him?
Yes, twice. I've seen him in Louisville. That was the first ever comedy show I ever went to in my entire life, was Dave Chappelle.
Oh, I bet it was great.
And, dude, phenomenal. And I went last year, actually, and seen him up at that thing he was doing at his house in Ohio. And yeah, man.
You went to that?
Yeah, we got to see Letterman. Letterman was there. It was.
You was there at that one that they're talking about the George Floyd stuff?
No, I wasn't at that one. That one, he'd done it for a few months, and that one was like during the first months of it. I went. I think it was like in July.
You didn't go to one that was on the that's posted. You went to one that was
but,
private.
But I mean, after that though, he had all types of people. So people and like they were filming whenever I was there. So people think that like it's going to be a special maybe this year or something like that because he filmed all the shows.
But yeah, I'm ready for him. Anyways, he's my favorite. Dave Chappelle had a funny story too about Kanye, and that's what got us into the Kanye topic. And then we started watching, when Kanye went and met up with Donald Trump at the White House. And it was just, that's something that people will forever remember. Oh, you look back, it's history right there.
Dude, he ran for president.
Yeah, but I know, but what's crazy is that's history that he went to meet up with Donald Trump. Like, it's just crazy because like, he's a very well-known black,
Lil Wayne
rich,
too.
Yeah, Lil Wayne too.
Yeah.
But Kanye made it clear on video what he's talking about, and he just was so open about it. But the only reason I'm saying this is because my brother had a point, and this is it. He said that Kanye is such, and I agree 100%, Kanye is such a great musician, musically all around, that when he gets older and dies, or around that time, right now he's basically known as like a John Lennon in our generation. That's what my brother said. He explains it a lot better than me. But what he's saying is,
I'd have to hear that.
Okay, he explains it really good. But basically, he's saying that Kanye, musically, will be known like that.
Yeah, I agree.
In
with
our
that.
generation, he will be known as like a John Lennon, as like his songs. John Lennon is obviously very in depth and everything. But if Kanye got murdered too, everybody would look at him just the same, I think.
Yeah,
in a certain way, because Kanye is sonically ahead of people. Musically, man, you can't touch him. You can't go against him. You can't.
Well, that's why I see like that's the only reason I was going to like disagree with putting him up with anybody is because there's never been anyone ever like Kanye.
No,
and like,
but you get what I'm trying to say. My brother, if he was sitting here, he explained a lot better. I'm the one making it sound stupid. He's intelligent.
No, I get exactly what you're saying, and dude, I'll agree 100% because I had this argument with people so much. Kanye is one of the greatest artists to ever live. Ever, and period at the end. I mean, nobody can touch him. This guy is, whatever he releases, he's 10 years ahead of the game every single time.
Just like the Jesus album. It might not be hip for a lot of people, but watch and see.
Yeah, exactly.
People don't go back to that and be like, that's a classic, because now there's a whole spiritual thing going on or God thing going on. It's just, he's ahead of people.
Have you seen the Sunday service thing he was doing?
Yes, he has his own churches and stuff out there.
Yeah, it runs chills down my body, man, whenever I watch some of the Sunday service sermons that he does. But and he's always been really religious. That's another thing too that a lot of people don't realize with Kanye. Like, he's always been that way. Jesus Walks, that was like one of the first big songs on his very first album. He's always
blood on
the leaves, and I mean, the list goes on, but there's always been that background. He's always been a really soulful dude, using a lot of Christian samples and stuff like that. But man, this guy deserves everything that he has. He would lock himself inside his room and like make 5 beats a day. He wouldn't let himself out of his room unless he made it was like 3 or 5 beats a day for an entire summer.
I got to get back on the grind of like writing songs. Because honestly, I've only wrote like 5 since I've been back from Rhode Island, which has been like since November. I've only wrote maybe 5 songs, but the thing is I don't want to force nothing because Loose Screws, I made it in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And look what's going on. Like it's a popping song, and I feel like I don't need to. Only way I just have to hear the instrumentals and be there in the moment. Then I can create something. Give me 5 hours, I'll have something good.
Yeah.
Like I can write stuff, but I get lost in the writing. I have to feel it. I have to be in the moment most of the time. So the only time I ever like to write music is when I'm in the studio about to record music.
Yeah, I never force creativity.
No, I don't either. I'll quit. I'll be writing a sentence and can't figure out a word. I'll give it like 3 or 4 minutes, try to figure out a word or figure out a line that goes good. And if I lose thought of it, I just completely get off my phone and get away from it and just keep listening to the instrumentals and stuff, and then just come up with stuff. Like I don't know. I just try to find, honest to God, man, I try to find something that is catchy for me to hear.
Yeah.
And then I think, how can I turn it in for what other people can relate
Yeah.
to it. I try to take what is true for me and make it catchy, if you know what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. And going back to what we were talking about earlier, like doing whatever it is that you want to do and staying true to yourself. It's important, man. And that's one thing that Kanye's done. And a lot of people don't like that about him. But you got to respect it that the guy is at least going for it. He's the first rapper to run for president. Ever. Okay.
It's golden.
I got into this debate the other day with one of my buddies, and we didn't end it, actually, because we couldn't really figure it out. Who do you think's, if you had to say the greatest rapper of all time between these two, who is it? Lil Wayne or Kanye?
Kanye.
I don't know, man.
Kanye, easily.
Lil Wayne, though, like...
He don't compare. You know why he don't compare? Because Lil Wayne can't make Runaway. Lil Wayne can't make a song like Gold Digger. He just can't. He can't.
I could see Gold Digger maybe, but Runaway, I get what you're saying there.
No, Gold Digger maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Runaway,
he can't make a song like that. He can't make a song like that famous song. He can't make a song like...
one of my favorite Kanye songs. Oh, there's so many.
I know, that's why I'm getting lost with
The
him.
whole album, Yeezus, is such a great album. That is so underrated,
that's
in my opinion.
that's one of the albums that most people hated.
Yeah,
but it's
and
underrated.
I don't get it, man.
Extremely underrated. You hear the sounds in it, and the beats and the instrumentals is so different from it's ahead of time.
Yeah, and well, that was the same thing with 808s and Heartbreaks. I forget when that
Oh my
released.
God, that's the song I was talking about. Lil Wayne can't make Heartless.
No.
He can't.
No.
He that's why, to me, when you do that, you can't compare that.
It's a good observation.
You cannot compare the 808s and Heartbreaks to anything Lil Wayne's done.
And-
Carter 3, amazing. Lil Wayne, Carter 3.
Yeah.
But if you put that beside 808s and Heartbreaks, 9 times out of 10 people's going to pick 808s and Heartbreaks.
Dude, Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. There's a reason that it was like the
That one
number
too.
one album of the last
I like that
25
song. It
years.
goes, can we get much higher?
Dun,
Oh, it's so good.
But one time at that tour, and people like pointed
Is
this
it
out.
tour or tour?
Tour, whatever.
How do you really say
I'm
it, though?
redneck, bub.
How do you really say it, though?
It depends.
Is it tour
I say tour. I'm redneck, buddy.
or is it tour?
It's supposed to be tour. But one time Kanye was he was about to do Runaway. And he had, it was cool, man, because he had like the beat machine right there in front of him, and he would do every song before he performed to like make it.
Yes,
there in front of the crowd.
he did it on
was wild.
MTV on the awards. He was out there and did it live.
But like,
Lil Wayne can't do it.
But-
I love Lil Wayne, but he can't do that.
But he was about to do Runaway, and he just does the one key, the ding, and the crowd goes wild.
I got to
like,
pop my back. Hold on.
but the caption though was only Kanye can play one single note and make everybody go crazy. And it's true. I mean, what other song is that way?
Because you know what it's coming. You know what song it is.
And I always find something wrong.
It's so
Oh
good.
my God, dude. And you know that guitar part? Like if you listen to the album version, there's a guitar part that sounds like a guitar, but apparently like it was John Legend's voice, and he just manipulated it. Dude's a genius. Everybody that worked on My Beautiful and Dark Twisted Fantasy, going back to the Dave Chappelle story that you were talking about, because I know what interview you're talking about, everybody had to have on a suit that worked on that album, all the way from the rappers, the musicians, the producers, everybody had a suit, and it was all recorded in Hawaii. Mm-hmm. The man's
It's
God
crazy.
bless, dude.
What about that Only One with Paul McCartney? That song, I've literally cried to that song. It's so good.
See, I lost my mom back in 2009, and man, whenever I first heard that song, because it's about his mom too.
Yeah, and it's from her perspective, talking about his daughter and stuff, you know. And I think about my grandmother, things she used to tell me about, like, you know,
It's such
little
a beautiful
girl and this
song.
and that.
It wasn't on an album either. It was just a soul song. It was never on an album.
I know, that's why
Man.
it's great.
God, it's so beautiful. What was that one song that was never on an album? All Day. You remember that? All Day. The Morgan Wallen word.
Oh yeah. The Morgan Wallen word.
Oh, that dude's never going to live that down.
Yeah, he will. It'll go away.
You think?
Like everything else goes away.
Yeah, you're right. It all goes away after. Look at Epstein. If Epstein didn't stick, Morgan Wallen is going to.
Epstein.
Yeah, exactly. Epstein got swept under the rug. Nobody talks about it anymore.
Yeah, I know that's crazy to think that that's all right.
Yeah,
He's dead, but
that's when I lost all hope. Because
and like Bill Clinton and all that.
Oh, dude!
To think that is
Andrew.
all okay is insane to me. It blows my mind.
Yeah.
And you know what? Here's a weird thing that just popped through my head. There's another thing me and my brother. I talked about this a lot of stuff with my brother and just random people. That Christopher Columbus was actually a racist.
Yeah.
And and a thief.
And never made it
to
America.
And a rapist.
Never made it to America either. He apparently discovered America. Didn't make it close.
He just robbed everything.
Yeah. He got sent.
And in school, we're taught that Christopher Columbus Day, and I'm like, man, but we're learning that being a horrible person is what it's about.
Well, I think that the bigger message to get from something like that is that the winner writes the history book.
Basically.
I love that.
The
quote
strongest will
so
stand.
True. Yeah. See, man, history. But
we need to explain that who he really is, not just like Christopher Columbus, man, came over and he discovered America.
Yeah.
We need to be like, but he did it in a very crazy way.
Well, he didn't even make it to America. Not even close. He made it to the Cuban Islands.
Yeah, but
never set foot in America.
But he done a lot of craziness.
Oh yeah, well he was sent back to wherever it is they came from in shackles, like basically what handcuffs were back then.
We just got to learn to teach. I think everybody should learn about their frequency, their energy. You know, it's like the radio station here, 94.3. It's a frequency. If you turn it on a certain station, you're connected to it. You hear it now. You get it on the right station. You need to get your brain on the right station of what you're going after. We gotta get ourselves connected. That's why I think everybody should meditate, drink a lot of water. And I'm negative too sometimes. I'm not gonna say and act like I'm perfect. I mess up all the time, constantly. But I'm always trying to get myself here balanced, because I have to get balanced to be able to do anything. Because imagine if you wake up every day and you try to go and do something with a bad attitude. Everything's going to be horrible that whole day. Yeah. Like if I came here today and I was just like, man, I'm tired. Whatever, let's do this. Yeah. It would be pitiful. I'd be sitting there just like, it would suck. So I think everybody should get themselves together, take a deep breath in, and understand that we are energy.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like the whole manifest destiny thing. Mm-hmm. Like whatever you want
can be and will be if you believe that it already is. Exactly. Everything that you want can be and will be if you believe deep inside that it already is. It can and will be.
Exactly.
And that nobody can stop it. The universe will feed you and give you anything you want if you believe you have it or you believe you're worth having it.
Yeah, I totally agree,
man. Like money, if you want money, here's the way what I've learned firsthand with my eyes seen. That every time that I've been down and out, didn't have no money or something, I would think about money. And I would think about opportunities for money and then let it go. And then randomly somebody would be like, man, you want to cut my grass for $50? Or, you know what I mean? The universe will bring you opportunities because you're putting off that frequency. You've read into this stuff. You've read these books. You're putting off the frequency of successful. You get more successful things. You put off the frequency of I'm depressed, I hate my life. You get more things to make you hate your life because that's what you're actually wanting. Yeah. So, like you're a happy attitude, go lucky guy, and I like it. Yeah. But there's days I know that you've been at home like, man, everything sucks. I hate everybody.
Yeah. Well, it was also a journey, man, to get. Happiness is a journey, man, and I had to work really tough to get the mind frame that I have right now. But there's an old saying that I like to use. If you stand next to fire, you're going to get burned. And that has to do with your environment, the people in that environment, all types of stuff. Like whenever I had some friends a few years ago, and we were doing entertainment stuff together and all that, and I'm the only one left out of all of them. And whenever I was starting to get some traction, it seems like they were just leeches. Almost, and didn't want what was best for me. It was wanted what was best for them.
And I see that happening for me sometimes.
It's easy in this industry, but you have to always check your surroundings. Always make sure that you're in the right place in life, that you have the right mindset in life, and that you're doing the things that are right for you.
Not for your mommy, not for your daddy, not for your cousin, and that do the right thing for your children and your kids, as in supporting and helping them, feeding them, and all that. But you gotta. Every human being has like us as Americans, we have a freedom of speech. We have a right to decide what we want to do where we want to work, how we want to work, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody should just, like you said, happiness is a journey. Happiness comes and goes. It don't ever stay.
No.
It won't ever stay. We won't ever be like, now I got all this. I'm telling you, I'm not saying this. This is because I speak it, because I believe it. When I have a lot of money and have all these things, when I get those things and feel like I've made it, I'm not actually made it anywhere. I'm there now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I have to have that mindset right now that I am that, and then that money ain't going to make me feel good. Because I can have $1 billion in the bank right now and still go cry in my Ferrari over some chick or something.
Well, you see a lot of so-called wealthy, famous people that have successful people that end up killing themselves.
Killing themselves.
Yeah.
And I've had thought. Everybody has had those thoughts.
Yeah, but it just goes to show, though, that money can't buy happiness.
No.
One time I was watching a Bob Marley interview, and Bob Marley, dude, he grew up in a house that's smaller than this room, a little concrete house. And, of course, he made it to be one of the biggest musicians that will ever be.
How it goes.
And but they were interviewing him, and one of the guys said, like, how much so are you a wealthy man now? He says, what is wealthy? And I'm not going to do a Bob Marley impression. He says, what is wealthy? Yeah. And the guy's like, oh, do you have a lot of money in the bank? Bob Marley said, that's not my riches. He says, you see the people around me? You see the love that's around? I forget exactly what he says. I can't put it word for word. But he's trying to say that the people that is in his life, the people that is surrounding him, that's his wealth. That's his riches. That's his happiness. The money doesn't count.
Here's the truth of it all. I don't care how much I attain or get when it comes to anything in life, I would throw it all away for somebody easily. Yeah. I would throw it all away for somebody. I don't care about none of it. Like, I know what I love in this life. I know what I have found that I love the most, and that's what I'm going to have, and I can't help what anybody thinks about it. And everybody has to find that about yourself. Whatever you find that you love, you would give up everything for it, and I would give up everything for what I love. Would you give up?
Yeah. Dude,
I would for somebody.
I noticed something that I did a few weeks ago. My dog ran out into the road, and there was a car coming, and I jumped out and pushed my dog out of the way, and the car just so happened to stop right on time. But just I noticed that, man, I would have died for that dog. You know, people, we live in such a selfish world that it amazes. It amazes me whenever I see myself or somebody else being selfless.
Well, yeah, I know, but we're all selfish sometimes. It's human. It's our ego.
Yeah, but it's to just to what extent?
Yeah.
Exactly. Because I tell people, first off, make yourself happy, but also if you see somebody else in need, whenever you got a friend that needs help, you help a friend.
Yeah. It's even better than helping a friend, somebody you don't know at all.
Oh yeah.
It's even better.
Exactly.
And I've done things, but I ain't gonna go and talk about it because I don't need somebody to clap for me. I don't do it for that you're so sweet. I don't do it for that. I don't do it for anything. You know what's the most selfish thing you can do on earth is to help somebody. Is to give somebody something because it's actually benefiting you more.
Oh yeah, it's contagious, man. Sometimes somebody would just open a door for me at Double Quick or something. I'm like, man, that's a nice guy or a nice gal.
Or if somebody's literally bought me, paid I had a 10 or something. Mm-hmm. And then or not like a 10, but I had my food was $5.60 and I had a 5 only, but I didn't want to break the other 10 I got. Somebody's like, girl, I got you.
Yeah.
Or $1 or something.
But it makes you want to do a good deed too. Yeah. It's contagious, man. There was this one fast food place somewhere. It was last year. I forget exactly what it was, but somebody paid for somebody's order. And of course it set the chain. Somebody paid for that person's order that was behind them and yada yada. And by the time it all was through, 900 people in the course of so many days paid for others' meals. It was just a beautiful story to hear. I can't wait
to get the opportunity to have enough money to just help, Because right now I'm trying to help myself, but at the same time, when I don't got nothing, I'll still do my best to help others. I'm good. Okay, I'm all right. But what I'm saying is I'm thankful to even have $1 because the way the world is acting right now and the way stuff is starting to happen, it's just insane.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on. anymore with anything. But we just gotta. I just know I'm protecting my energy. I'm protecting my thoughts, and I have to cut off a lot of people that don't do no good for me.
Unfortunately, you got to.
Best friends, people that you've loved more than anything. No, I don't. I have no anybody on this earth. I have no problem with anyone right now. None. You know why? Because if I have a problem with somebody else, I have a problem with myself.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at nobody. People that's straight through dirt in my face, it's okay. I'm not saying, oh, I get the last laugh. I don't care if I get a laugh or not.
Yeah,
I just don't want to be involved no more.
You have to be so careful about what you care about in today's world.
Yes, and I know exactly what I care about, and I'm not afraid to ever express it. Go listen to my music. You'll see. You can see what I'm caring about. It's people. It's a person. It's a thing. It's a situation, and that's what it is. And I love what Kanye West said. The quote he said, if you're a fan of Kanye West, you're a fan of yourself. I'm just an espresso.
I seen that. That was good. That was good too, man. That was good.
He said that in the interview, and it was just like became a quote. And that's a fact. If you're a fan of me, I'm not no Kanye, but why can I not say that I couldn't be? So if you're a fan of me, you're a fan of yourself when it comes to your heartbreak or your losses in your life or your ups and downs. But I'm not going to sit and be like, the day that I do have all kinds of money, I'm not going to make a song like, got money, yeah. Like it's still gonna be the real me, the real truth, the whatever. But I may make some catchy songs that'll hit the radio, like The Weeknd on the Super Bowl or something. Because I like to make the Super Bowl. We'll see. That'd be sick, dude. I'm speaking. You see how highly I'm speaking for myself? Why not have high expectations for yourself? Some people's like, man, you're from Floyd County, you can't do that. Yeah, I can. I can do literally anything I want. So can you, and so can they.
Exactly.
Why would you not expect more of yourself? I hate that, dude. I hate that I'm getting pumped now because I hate that judgment and that mindset of being like, well, I'm from back here in the holler and I can't do nothing. Dude, I'm a country boy and I'm going to do everything. I'm going to do it all. I made it here. I got on this. To me, this is dope. I've got my music on the radio. I'm doing something. Yeah,
well, and I mean, heck, since the last time we talked, you released all the merch. You released a brand new song. Yeah. And the grind is real, man.
It's happening, and for you too. I see you dropping stuff. I see you doing things, and I keep up to date on it. I like it.
But I'm just glad though that you're getting the success that you are, and I hope that the album transcends your career. Because man, I can notice though that you make beautiful music, but it comes from a beautiful soul as well. You got a beautiful soul, man.
I appreciate it. I feel like I got an old soul. I feel like I believe in like reincarnation sometimes, and I feel like maybe I've been here once or twice before.
Reincarnation, I hope that's not real.
Because that sucks.
Yeah, exactly. What if you come back as like a worm, you know?
And then keep on dying, keep on living.
But like a worm has such a crappy life, man. First, you're stabbed on a hook.
Oh, God.
You're through into the river, you drowned, and if you don't drown fast enough, you're going to get ate by a fish. Like, imagine you're reincarnated as a worm. God.
I've never thought about being a worm ever.
So if reincarnation is real, somebody's a worm. Maybe Hitler's a worm or something. Who knows? But
that is so fire to think about. A worm does suck. It would suck being a worm, being poked, being drowned at the same time.
Yeah.
And if you did survive, you come out and then they had to hook you back on again. That just sucks, man.
But hey, man, we have to unfortunately wrap it up, dude.
Oh my God, bro.
It's been so much fun, man. And you know you're always welcome, man. Just
I know,
hit me up and we'll make it happen.
We're going to end it, but that is killing me. Imagine, last thing, imagine being, like you said, you're a worm. You're going through the dirt. They pick you out of the dirt. You get poked.
The dirt. Like, that's where your life starts.
In the dirt.
It's dirt.
You get poked on a hook. Okay, that would hurt. You're freaking out. Then you get drowned, and somehow you survive and get pulled out, but you didn't get ate yet. Pull back out, and you come off the hook, and they hook you again. That's a horrible life. Freaking worm, dude.
And it happens, man. It happens.
But look, we're ending, so...
If they tell everybody where to check out your music, where they can pick up some of the merchandise, the PinkLuv new album, watch the new music video, everything.
Yes, the album drops February 17th at midnight with a new music video, and you can pick up the merch, PinkLuv merch. Message me, Aaron Hoover, on Facebook, Instagram. And if you want to listen to music, look up Lil Jesse, LILJESSE on everything, Google, Amazon, anywhere. And if you want certain types of like custom merch or whatever, message me or message Jason Bentley, and we'll figure it out. Let's go.
Man, I'm so happy for you, dude. You deserve everything that you have coming to you.
Thank you.
And, man, I wish you nothing but success
You
in the
too,
best
bro.
of the world because you deserve it.
I appreciate that. I hope you like the sweater. If it don't fit you, I'll get you another one.
I love it. I'm going to be hitting you up for a beanie here real soon.
I'm standing up. Let's go. It's over.
Let's do it. See you next week, folks. Boom! Hey!
Let's go.
That was dope, dude.
It's over.